Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. Today is July the 4th. I'm going to do your spiritual principle a day in a meditation. If you need to reach me, feel free to do so at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. I am smiling ear to ear. Today is a very special day, as if you listen to the other meditation, it's my belated sister's birthday. And she was just such a powerful force in my recovery. Not only that, but the good news is that today completes the 1 year anniversary of doing the spiritual principle day in a meditation every day. So I'm very happy about that and I feel encouraged. Now let's go ahead and read this. I've never read this, so let's read it together and then we'll unpack it. It says, the title is Autonomy Balanced with Responsibility. Autonomy encourages groups to become strong and lively, but also reminds them that they are a vital part of a greater whole, the Fellowship of Narcotics Anonymous. Now, that's taken from It Works, Tradition 4. We addicts can be pretty creative in how we deliver our simple message of recovery. We're free to develop all kinds of meetings that focus on particular areas of recovery or literature at any time of day. Autonomy gives us leeway to establish a meeting that addresses an unmet local need, has a unique format, or targets a particular group of addicts who may feel safer accessing and delivering our primary purpose together. The possibilities are endless of our fellowship continues, the possibilities are endless as our fellowship, continues to evolve, strengthen, and reach an even wider geographic scope. How inspiring! But let's not forget the latter half of Tradition 4. Except in matters affecting other groups or NA as a whole. This warns of the pitfalls of using autonomy to divide us, expressing complaints about important issues such as finances, area guidelines, and tradition violations, and then declining to be part of the solution is unproductive and creates disunity. Autonomy is not a mic drop. Instead, we choose to examine our urge to raise an issue, asking ourselves if we want a solution or just want to make a statement. Open-minded communication allows us to make reality-based decisions, unencumbered by personal opinions. Some members think service bodies have undue power over groups, and others may believe that all NA decisions must be made with group buy-in. We hear a lot about what they are doing, but we are they. With autonomy comes responsibility, as seen on NA buttons and t-shirts, be the we. In reality, we are accountable to each other, to NA as a whole, and to communicating our disagreements, as well as our message, with as much respect as we can muster. Freedom needs to be balanced with accountability and responsibility. I respect our interconnectedness and play a role in creating a fellowship that is united, loving, and diverse. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Okay, so we're talking here about autonomy balanced with responsibility. So basically, what we're talking about in tradition 4 is that the group has the ability to be autonomous. That is a right that is given within the tradition with one condition. And that condition is, right? Let's pay attention to it. Except in matters affecting other groups or NA as a whole. So let's talk about it. 2 individuals, they have separate home groups. One individual is doing service and trying to encourage their so-called friend to also do service in their home group. These 2 people begin to bicker. They're angry. Every event, every dance that we might have, they're at each other's throat about this particular issue. Now, no one knows what the issue is. These 2 individuals know what the issues are. Now, mostly what happens are groups come together and they make a decision at area to have an event. But now, the 2 people that would be coming to area are always bickering. They're in the meeting, in the business meeting, in the regular meetings, and they are bickering with each other, cross-talking, being hateful with sniper shares. Now, come on. When they're in the group together, it affects everyone. It affects everyone because people are watching you. Oh, you have a right. You have an absolute right to argue, fuss, and fight with anybody you want to. However, if what you are about to do is going to cast a negative light on Narcotics Anonymous and your group or anyone else's group, oh, you know those people. They show up. They show up at meetings that aren't even their home group, which is fine because the only requirement for membership is what? A desire to stop using. But they show up with an attitude on their shoulders, a chip on their shoulders, and you can see it when they walk through the door of the meeting. And they will come and they will share and they will spout off about what is going on in their home group. I can't believe they decided to do such and such. We've had so much money in our 7 tradition account, and they just act like we don't have money to get the food that we need for an event and make it really nice. Oh, but now they want a potluck. Why does we have enough money to provide food for everyone? And I can't believe the venue that they chose. Oh my goodness, that park is so dirty. Here they come into another meeting. And as they share, they are putting down their own home group. So now everyone that is in that meeting, listening to that particular share, has information about another group and their business meetings, which those minutes are typed, they're not private. But the point is that this person has cast a negative light on their home group, all because a decision about an event that did not go their way. Something as simple as that can cause harm. So I want for you to remember that today you're going to go into your day and that you're going to use your freedom, that key that you have that lets you out of your self-made prison and sometimes your real prison. You're going to move forward today with that in mind, that I have all the tools that I need. I'm going to be balanced. I'm going to use my freedom in a healthy manner, not in a negative manner that will eventually, more than likely, cause us to go back into a self-made prison. And maybe, not all the time, but drag someone into it without their permission. So let's be positive. Let's keep this tradition 4 in mind when we're sharing and we're doing things for NA or for our communities. Yes. Yes, let's go into that day knowing that we're free, knowing that we are balanced with that freedom, and remember when the basic text talks about last to be lost would be the stigma of once an addict, always an addict. So now we get an opportunity to live these spiritual principles in our lives and allow not only our home groups, right, to benefit from our recovering selves, but our communities as well. I believe this is a much larger meditation and would require quite a bit more time for me to unpack it. However, I trust you and I believe in you. And I know that if you are listening to this, God bless you, right? Really, I have to say that. If you're listening to this, that is amazing. That is amazing to me. If you are up at this hour and listening right now, that is amazing, and I do not take it lightly. I'm ever so grateful. Again, I put a disclaimer out there. I am so sleep deprived. So if there's any stages where I pause for a little bit, I may have fallen asleep. Can you believe that Mighty Stream may have fallen asleep? Absolutely. So sleep deprived. And if there's anything that didn't make sense, attribute it to my mind, please, and not my heart. Listen, if no one has told you today that they love you, I want you to know that I love you. Mighty Stream loves you. And I love the fact that you come in here and you listen to these podcasts. You are making my heart so happy. I want for you to go forward in your day to day with a commitment. I'm not going into self-made prisons. I'm going to use my freedom today to take care of my own life and help someone else. I know you can do it. Have a beautiful day on purpose. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.